I'm gonna talk a little bit about self-control. I'm gonna make this really quick. Um, as you, I don't know how to approach this, so I'm gonna be direct. As you may or may not have noticed, I have gotten like one person that repeatedly views and comments on every single thing. Again, like I stated in my last video, if there has not been a response given, let me find a better way to say this. It just means that you, like I said, diversify your interests. Another thing that I mentioned in my last one about cowardice and creepers, sir, you are a creeper. And the fact that you don't have a valid posting with consistent information, it shows cowardice. Now, with me saying that, that was not a personal invitation for you to share your personal information with me. I don't know you. I don't want to know you. Like I said, I pick and choose. This platform here is just for me to express my thoughts, my opinions, my feelings, and my life. It has nothing to do personally with anybody out there. Now, if you decide to take things personal, that's something that's completely and entirely up to you. But again, in no way do I invite anyone to share their personal information with me because I do not care. Um, and especially if people have profiles that are, you don't have content, because those are not the types of people in the community that I really want to interact with. The purpose is networking. A thing that I just wanted to mention as well, because I'm noticing that it's happening a lot, is that, and this has happened too before I came here, and I do believe in spiritual things because we are all spiritual people, spiritual beings, entities, to begin with. And I'm going to say this, I don't know if you all noticed, but in the last couple of videos, ever so often, there's darkness that comes over the camera, and it just comes sporadically out of the blue. There's no change in the lighting here. Previously, this happened when I was in Fort Lauderdale, and it was very prevalent to the point where it was scary, and I actually made an exclamation on screen about it. And then I tried to blow it off as well. Maybe something was wrong with the phone. This is a completely different phone. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this one, so I don't know where that's coming from, but you'll notice that it dims and lightens up, and this has been for the past few, and it just happened again, few videos. But I did want to address this, that um, is not an invitation for you to give personal information. I have no desire, to get to know anyone personally. If there's content that someone likes that can help them, or that opens up a new way of thinking for someone, then that's great. But I don't want anyone personally sharing any information with me. Um, if you have, things that are posted publicly on your page for people that are interested to view. And by the way, I was not interested in viewing anything that person had. I just noticed that usually when people leave comments from previous channels, that they do usually have a picture or some type of icon, but this person didn't have that. And it was creepy to me because the initial comment, they were like something something, us and all your viewers. And to me, I've never seen this person before, and it's vocal and verbal and consistent as they have been on commenting on every single thing. Then if they've seen me on other channels, then I would have expected to at least be familiar with that name, and I'm not. So that person is creepy to me, and I really don't want that person contacting me. I did not want to post another video regarding it until I actually addressed the issue with the previous comment that was made. Sometimes you're doing your own personal thing in your personal life, so you just want to hurry up and get rid of it and keep on going. So I never delete anything, but I was trying to block the person. But I think the only way that you can block is if you actually go through the process of manually sitting physically at a desktop or laptop and blocking. You can't do that mobily. So I had to take the time and go log in somewhere and and block that person. But like Cat Williams says, some people deserve a whole lot of leave alone. And I'm going to just tell other people that are out there that are vloggers and things like that. If you have a person that's anonymous that's continuously, like every single video there, have something to say, please be aware and be on alert, especially if they don't have any, and they're communicating with you directly as if they know you. Mm-mm. You want to be alert on that, and you want to make sure that you block that person, because if they can see that they're the only person, commenting, and they're just, something's not working right there. So with that being said, that person is now blocked. And, you know, continue on their journey. I initially try to give a chance and don't block without, or it just happens that way where the comment may just be hidden, because again, on your page you want it to be organic, where people are taking things that you say exactly for what you said versus the connotation that someone else may put on it because of the way that they want to interact. And speaking of that, being a female and being single and being celibate, and it just darkened again, being single and being celibate, um, a lot of times you are approached in the street, personally, through media and different things um, by by males. And the thing about it is this, that it's the same situation at all times. I think what'll happen is they'll give you a lot of attention, adoration, blah blah blah, and then if it's one thing for you just not to respond at all, and they'll just continue on with it. But if you respond and make it known that it's unwanted, what happens is that they end up getting this phrase called butthurt. They feel a certain type of way about that, and they take it personally, and it becomes a personal thing. Not at all personal. Again, this channel is about a middle-aged woman coming of age, getting older, um, and just, my views on spirituality, my views on, and just my battle in maintaining who I am in a world that's constantly trying to change you, change your thought process, your spirit, your emotions, and that type of thing. So, out of all fairness, and this is something that normally I wouldn't just address as directly as I did, I wouldn't give the person that attention, but, I'm learning, a few things quite rapidly, and sometimes you do have to address directly to make it known that you do not want to be bothered. So I don't, and that's what it is. I've made this clear to another person on another channel. That person I don't think had any bad intentions at all. I just found it creepy that again, that they commented on every single one. And then again, it was just, and then they found other means to contact me because, as you know, Google and everything connects everything. And I was just alarmed that they would do that when I was simply just vlogging and posting. It was nothing personal at all. So for other people that are out there, I'm sure you have your methods of protection, but just be aware if you fit my genotype, you're kind of quiet, a loner, that type of thing. When you see that type of behavior, just be on alert that you need to address it, report it, block it, keep it moving, whatever tactics that you have to manage that, manage it. But anyways, I'm going back to watching my videos. Right now I'm watching, I've never been a big fan of Nicki Minaj. I don't like fakeness at all, but I have to admit that I was watching the E-Story on her that she helped co-produce, and what I did like that I saw was the drive and ambition. Her thought process on one thing was the same as me, except she actually made a change in it. The thought process was that, and I had this process probably years ago, but I always found that I had to go back to work, was that, I need to, I cannot work for someone else. I need to, establish a dream and goal for myself and create it. But there's some conflict on that, and I'll talk to y'all a little bit later about that. So I always end up going back to work. For her, she was determined that she wasn't going back to work, so she made her own thing. For me, with the system, and she talked about even if she had to be in a shelter, that's what she would do. For me, the system did that prematurely for me, and so I've already experienced the very bottom. So, but we'll talk about that later. My time is up. So, yeah, be on alert for creepers. Bye.